Hi everybody, in this video I will talk about the selection sort based on singly linked list and using the C++ to uh, implement. So first of all, I will explain what's the selection sort. The core idea of selection sort is just traverse all the elements from the first one to the last one and compile the element and select the minimum uh, element. For example, here the element should be 6, right? And then when we traverse all the elements, we will swap the minimum one with the head one. The head one indicates the first element of unsorted array. So after swap, the 6 should be regarded as a sorted sequence. So after we traverse the element and swap element, we will divide the sequence into two subsequences. The left one is the sorted sequence, the right one is unsorted sequence, right? And in next loop, we will traverse from this element from the 8 to the 7. And then we traverse this one, and find the minimum score, minimum element. That should be this one, right? So we will swap the minimum element with the head one, like that, and continue until all the element is sorted. So that is the idea. So in the next, we talk about how using C++ to achieve this function. So first, I give you simply a version. It's not simply a version; it's a typically version. So first, we will create the I node to represent the head. And if I is not non-pointer, I will become to next. That should it was like a cursor to we create I to traversal as a template node to store all the elements in current times loop, right? So we will also create the main node, which is equal to I. That should be for example, in this loop to store the minimum node here. And then using the J, the I just indicates the head to store the head one because we need to swap the head with the minimum node. And the J is the cursor to store the template node in the traversal process. Then if J is not equal to non-pointer, that means in the current times loop will not end. So the and if the G's data is less than the main node's data, because we first we retrieve the head one of unsorted sequence and regard or initiate the head one as a main node, and we compare with the rest of element to find the minimum node. Here, if the J's data is less than main node's data, that means the G should be the the minimum node, right? So we set the main node will become to J here. And then we continue to traverse all the rest element. The J should be become to J's next should be 11, right? Like this. And then back to the while loop. The J also not non-pointer, so we will continue to compile. And here the J's data is greater than 8, so it will not satisfy the condition. So we just skip and go to this line. The J will continue become to J's next. It should be 6, right? And in this time, the 6 is less than the main node, so the main node should become the 6, right? So we jump to this line. The main node will become from the 8 to 6, and then continue to traversal. the J will become to the 7. And back to here, G is not less than the main node data. So we will continue to traverse on. And in this time, the G will become to non-pointer. So it will not satisfy the while condition again. So we will break the while loop and jump to this line. In this line, if the main node is not equal to I here, that means if the I is 6, imagine that I is 6, and the 6 is already the minimum one. So we do not need to swap. We just to continue the traversal in next traversal process, and we set the first head will become to 6 again. So that is the process. And if the main node is not equal to I, so we need to swap the header and the main node. First, we create a template variable to store the ice data. Here, template will equal to 12. And then we set ice data. This one will become to main node data. Here should become to 6, right? And finally, we set the main node data will become the template because the main node here is equal to here. Here we set the main node. Here main node will equal to J is actually a deep copy because the main node the type of the main node is the pointer, right? So if we set the main node equal to J, it's actually a deep copy. So if you change the J, it will change the main node as well. If you change the main node, it will change the J as well. So if you set the main node's data equal to template, so this one and this one's data will be changed together. We'll change the small. Oh, okay. And then we back to the for loop here. So in this time, the 6 will become to the sorted sequence. The rest of blue one is become to is regarded as the unsorted sequence. So in this time, the header of the unsorted sequence should be the 8. So we continue to traverse. First, the main node, we set it equal to the header one, set it equal to the 8. And J will become the ice next. It should be the 11. And then J is not equal to non-point, so we go to this line. And J's data less than main node. Now, J's data is greater than main node, so we will continue to traverse the next element. J will become to J's next, will become to 12, right? And continue because cat12 is also greater than the main node's data, so we will continue to jump to this line. The J will equal to J's next. So until the J become to the 7. The 7 here, 7 is less than the main node's data, so the main node should become to the 7. We will go to this line and set main node become to 7 here. Then we go to this line, and the J will become to the non-pointer. So we will break the while loop and go to this line. Main node is not equal with the header one, right? So we will change the template data. The template to store the header's data. And then we set ice data will become to main node's data because we need to swipe the first element with the minimum element here. And then we change the main node's data equal to template here. Here will become to template data, become 8. And then we continue traversal. So in here should be a mistake. The 6 and 7 will all regarded as a sorted sequence. So the color should be green, but I made a mistake. Never mind. Here we continue. Oh, okay. Here, the main node will become to the new header. It should be the I, this one, right? And J will become to the next one, will become to 12. And J not also all not a non-pointer. So we will go to this line. J's data is greater than 11, so we will do nothing and just jump to this line and traverse all the rest elements. J will become just next, will become to 8. And in this time, the 8 is less than the main node data, just data less than main node data. So it will satisfy this condition. We go to this line, and main node will become to J. This one will become to J. And then in the rest here, the J will become to the non-pointer again. So it will not satisfy the while loop, right? So we will break the loop and jump to this line. And the main node is not equal to the 11. Main node is 8, is not equal to 11. So it will set the template will become to ice data. Here is also the 9. So we will not change anything. Sorry. Sorry, ice data is 11. We will change the from 8 to 11. And the ice data will become to the main node data. So this one, 11 will swipe to the 8, like that. And then we refresh the main node data. This one, also this one. We change this one's data, and this one is changing as well. So the data will become to 11. Right? So then we back to the next loop. The I is still not non-pointer. The I will become the ice next. So I will become to the 12, become to this one. And then here should be regarded as a sorted sequence. Again, we create a new node, which is equal to the first element of unsorted sequence. It should become to 12, this one. And then J will become J's next, will become to 11. And J is not non-pointer, and J's data is less than the main node's data, so we will satisfy that condition and go to this line. The main node will become to J. This one will become to J, 11, become to 11. And J will become J's next. It should be the non-pointer. So it will break the while loop, go to this line. Main node is not equal to the I, so we will go to here. The template will become to ice data, will become to 12, right? This one. And ice data will become to main node's data. This one's data will become to main node's data, become to 11. And then we change the main node. Change this one, also this one. So after that, the sequence will become to the sorted sequence. So that's the process of selection sort. So actually, I also give you a simpler version. So if it's difficult for you to memory all the detail of selection sort, I also give you a simpler version. So you can directly using the system function, the swap is under std. If you write the using namespace std, you can just remove std, and here you can just using swap and give 2 parameter. The first one, you need to give it the node's data and other node's data. It will automatically swap the node's data, and you do not need to do anything. So this is the simple version. And I also give you a code in Canvas. You can just find in the announcement to download the C++ code here. And I will let you know how using the code. So here, this is the selection sort, the simpler version. And this is the typical version. You can choose one here. If you want to using the typical version, you need to modify here. You change the simpler version to the typical version, and you can run all the code. That is all.